Hi, it's Malcolm here and welcome to another TTS video. So today we're going to talk about the new price chart because I know people have been asking about what it is, how we can use it and that kind of thing. Now it is new. Well, it's not new. We've had the price charts on the runners for quite some time. I mean, if you look at the runner, you can see the price chart during the day, but I haven't added the 3 minutes to this one yet. I need to do that. So you can see the prices from the runners or that runner and what they did in its history. But what I've done is I've done a comparison price chart. Bernard asked me to put a 3 minute one in. Now I don't always just go ahead and put any new feature in, but when I looked at it I thought it could be a good feature for everybody, so that's the reason I put the 3 minute one in. And you know, it gives you an idea of where prices are going. So the way we read it is that we start off with a 6 a.m. price. I was thinking about putting a forecast price in as well to give some more information, but I don't know, I might put it in. And then during the day you can see that we got a number of time slots where we take a snapshot of the markets and add them to this chart. And then what we do is, as it goes, each one comes in, we give it a +1 if the price is going down because the price is getting better in a kind of, you know, it looks like that one is heating up, if you like. And then we give it a minus if it goes out. So if the price is going out, then obviously the market's cooling off on that runner, if you like. That's a good way of looking at it. So ups and downs, +1s and -1s. If it stays the same, then it doesn't get anything, a 0, and we end up with scores like 5 and 1. And 5 tells us that the price has pretty much come down during the day. It's moving in that direction. For a comparison, you can see that at 6 a.m. it was 2.7. At 3 minutes before the off, it was 2.28. So it moved a few, 0.42 altogether. So not a massive difference in price, but it out of all of them in this race, that stuck out as being one that's dropping in price, and that would have been my selection. I like 5s, and now I'm not saying that these will always win because they won't, but they often drop in price and they often place. Bernard did hint to me that generally, you know, these higher numbers will place, and from looking at them over the last couple of days I've seen that a lot. So you know, that was a 5. It stuck out as a good one. If I generally look at it on the top 3 or 4, although you know, if you see a big one further down, maybe it's worth looking at if you can back it up with some other information. But that one was a 5. It won, and that was the end of that one, really. I just do a couple of these just to give you a little bit of comparison, if you like. So a maiden fillies at 1.18, we probably wouldn't have been worried about that race, but you know, we've got a maiden stakes, so we can have a look at the price chart. You have to be careful with these kind of races, obviously, and often the chart will show this, that the market just isn't sure about anyone. The only one it did was this 3, which is pretty low, but in this market it's actually reasonably high, because everything else is pretty much minus or zeros, and this one stuck out as a 3 and it actually placed 3rd, which, you know, could do. I mean, I'm not over keen on looking at them at that price, but it just shows if you can see one that sticks out, then it may be worth going for it. So that was Louis Call, and its place price was 5.11. So that was a probably worth a punt in some ways. But so let's have a look at this race, where it's a small race, not probably one I normally like, but keep getting in the way, don't I? Put myself down there now. Okay, so again, very interesting. First and second, I think probably the market was undecided about the two of them. There wasn't actually much price movement. The second favourite actually moved slightly more than the first favourite. The other two didn't do anything, and the second favourite actually run that with the highest score. I wouldn't say that particularly stuck out for me, but you know, it shows that it works. We'll go for this race and have a look. So this is a kind of more standout one for me. 6, 2 is the closest. There's nothing else really in here. Minuses, 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 apart from the second, which is 2, and that one 1. Again, please don't take it that every one of these will win, because they won't. But it kind of gives you an indication that if you can find that standout one, it might be worth doing a place or some kind of in-play trade, or maybe catch it 3 minutes or before the off to do a few ticks trading as well. That's another way of looking at it. So again, a one that stood out, and again you can see it came first. Again, it just sticks out, doesn't it? There is a 4 here, but as I said, you know, you can't always tell with those. And you know, you'd already won 5 points from the other one, even if you did go for all the ones that stuck out in the on the outsiders. Maybe that's one way of looking at it. But that 5 was the highest, and out of the top 3 really, because 12.5 is outside what I would call the top numbers. If they're under 10, that's what I tend to look at as the top runners. Under 10, under 9, so 3 of them here. That one stuck out, and that one came first. So you can get the idea of what's going on here. I'm not, as I keep trying to emphasize, it's not going to be the same on every race, every day, on every card. This was a couple of days ago, this card, and I think yesterday, I'm recording this quite early, so I haven't got all the results in. I don't think it did quite as well yesterday, although I did post a couple of dobs that I did get on the higher score. So they definitely stand out, and the market is definitely saying, oh yeah, we kind of like this runner. So you know, if the market gets it right 30% of the time, maybe you can look at it that way, and place wise that's going to be higher. So if you are looking for a place or something like that. So I won't go on too much. You know, I can't tell you too much at the moment because I haven't run it a lot myself either. So but that's the new bonus. If you've got the DOB Plus software or the TTS Plus software, I also added those cards to that this morning as well. So both users have got them. I'll leave links in the bottom of the description to TTS and to the DOB software. If you're watching this on YouTube and you kind of like the video, please give it a like. Leave any comments if you want to see extras or you want to see another video about something else. I'm always up for ideas because sometimes I just run out of them. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.